as we reach the final event of the first half of the Majora Cup, we have Event 8, Team Pursuit. This is another new one. It's been seen before in other marble competitions, but here, the track going to be very interesting. You see that loop there? That will be a very big obstacle for these marbles. Um, as you can see, the event pretty simple and done basically the same way that it's done everywhere else. 2 teams of 4 marbles go up against each other down this track. 0.25 second penalties will be given out for any DNFs, and it will be bracket style. Team Chroma and Science Sprinters will start us off in the first heat. First seed and last seed here. Science Sprinters off to the lead, it looks like. Oh, and that'll be very close. The Science Sprinters really need to get something going this event, so ideally they'll want to do well here, but we'll have to see if they will advance, and it's looking pretty good for them. But what will it be? And they will advance. Science Sprinters getting their first top half finish since Event 3, it looks like. Well, Team Chroma, championship leaders, gone. This opens the door for teams like the Wicked Wolves, Frostbite Flyers, and Shell Shockers now. And they're off. It looks pretty close, but it looks like Frostbite Flyers might have a slight lead. What happened to the Shell Shockers? They just lost all but one of their marbles there. If that happens, that is a disqualification, so it's basically free advancement here for the Frostbite Flyers. Shell Shockers disappointing, coming off of some pretty good finishes as of late. They will be disqualified, and Frostbite Flyers will advance from this heat. And now it's the Lizard Leapers and the Balls of Goo up now. Lizard Leapers haven't had a great past couple of events after leading the championship for so long, but here they're looking pretty good. Ooh, one very slow marble at the end finishing. Every marble that finishes will count, by the way. So, even with the Balls of Goo getting more penalties, they might have been able to outrun it with how slow that third marble was. And yes, they did. Balls of Goo will pull a pretty good upset there on the Lizard Leapers, and they will advance. Supernovas and the Sea Serpents now. Sea Serpents, our host, just barely missed out on a medal in the last event. Let's see if they can do it this time. And it'll be very close there. Supernovas, no penalties, but the Sea Serpents will have one penalty. So we'll have to see if it was enough. And it wasn't enough for the Supernovas, but the Sea Serpents, they will advance. It seems like having all of your marbles finished is sort of a blessing in disguise, as it can slow you down a bit. Wicked Wolves and Exotic Emeralds now. Wicked Wolves really want to advance here with Team Chroma not being able to, and they will, because them and the Exotic Emeralds get the same penalty points, but the Wicked Wolves were just quite a bit faster there, which means that they will be the one getting advancement. If they can have a good finish here, they might be able to overtake Team Chroma in the standings, but we'll have to see. It's going to be very close depending on how Team Chroma places in the bottom half. Blackout Ninjas and Pyromaniacs now. And they're off. It's looking pretty even so far. Who will get the win? It looks like it'll be the Pyromaniacs, because they both finished at pretty much the same time, but the Pyromaniacs had all their marbles finish. Blackout Ninjas had one that must have gotten stuck or fell off the track somewhere, which means that the Pyromaniacs will advance, again, coming off of a gold in the last event, so they'll have to see if they can continue the streak. Team Antarctic and Bronze Bengals now. Team Antarctic high up there, but they haven't made any huge charges for the championship yet. And it's going to be very close to see who advances there. Team Antarctic did have all their marbles finished, but they were a bit slow. Will they get it? And no, they will not. The Bronze Bengals. They will secure advancement in this heat. Very disappointing for Team Antarctic. Can the Bronze Bengals finally do something in this season? Supersonic Speeders and Manic Monarchs are now up. Supersonic Speeders trying to make some charges for the championship, but they haven't done much yet. Will they be able to advance here, though? And it looks like they will, because Manic Monarchs, that third marble, was pretty slow, despite the fact that Supersonic Speeders had less finishers. And yeah, I think the Supersonic Speeders will take it. They've been doing pretty well this season, but they have yet to really get uh, to the top of the standings. But they have been pretty consistent. Here's 9th through 16th. Team Chroma will get the best of the rest, which is good for them, which means they might be able to hold their championship. And then the Shell Shockers, with their invalid run, they will get last in this heat. And now it's the Science Sprinters versus Frostbite Flyers in this first semifinal. Can the Science Sprinters potentially get a medal this event? We'll have to see. Oh, and the video cut out very early there, but that was very close. It looks like a Frostbite Flyers marble. Yeah, they jumped into the Science Sprinters lane there. And they will actually get an extra 0.5 seconds penalty for jumping into their lane, which gives Science Sprinters the advancement. And now the Balls of Goo and the Sea Serpents. Two teams fairly down in the standings. Both of them still need to get a medal in this season. Who will get advancement? And it'll easily be Balls of Goo. Sea Serpents, disappointingly, only have one marble finish, which means that their run is invalid, but the Balls of Goo had all their marbles finish, so they will be advancing from this heat. Good for them. Let's see if they can do something with that and get a medal. Now the Wicked Wolves and Pyromaniacs. Pyromaniacs trying to follow up their gold from last event. Wicked Wolves ended up getting, I think, silver in the last event. Oh, and it's going to be very close, but the Wicked Wolves, it looks like they did finish faster with getting 3 finishers. By the way, if a marble gets sort of flung off the track there at the end, that doesn't count as a penalty since they did cross that finish line. So, but yeah, the Wicked Wolves, 20 seconds faster than the Pyromaniacs. They will take the win. Bronze Bengals and Supersonic Speeders now. Bronze Bengals still need to get something done this season. Supersonic Speeders need to make a charge for the championship. Oh, and it's going to be very close. Supersonic Speeders will jump into the other team's lane, but Bronze Bengals had one very slow marble. So they may have been able to outrun even the extra 0.5 second penalty. But we'll have to see. And yes, they did. It'll be a win for the Supersonic Speeders there. Bronze Bengals were very slow. Only reason they weren't 8th is because of Sea Serpents getting that invalid run. Now the Science Sprinters and Balls of Goo. Two teams that are very down there in the standings. Both of them need to get a medal. Who will have a guaranteed silver? And it's very close right now, but the Science Sprinters, they will get it. They will have the same amount of finishers as the Balls of Goo, but they will be faster. And the team, by far last in the standings, will have a shot at least a silver. This is huge for them. A top 2 finish would definitely get them out of that basement standings, the last place in the standings. So we'll have to see where they can go with that. Wicked Wolves and Supersonic Speeders now. These are two teams that are fairly up there. Wicked Wolves have a good shot at overtaking Team Chroma in the standings. Will they advance? And yes, they will, it looks like. Supersonic Speeders also getting an invalid run there with only one marble finishing. That will give the Wicked Wolves will get advancement. We'll have to see if the Wicked Wolves can get a gold and potentially take the lead from Team Chroma, but now we have the bronze match. Balls of Goo still need to get a medal. Will they be able to pull the upset and do it this heat? And so far they have a lead, but the Supersonic Speeders, it looks like they'll take it, but it'll be very close. We'll have to take a bit of a closer look at it with the slow-mo to see if they did it. Oh, and that is very close. But the Supersonic Speeders, by 400ths of a second, they will get the bronze. Balls of Goo, very sadly, will miss out on a medal. Not good for them. But they will take a 4th place finish. Science Sprinters and the Wicked Wolves now. And it's going to be very close back and forth here. Who will get it? Oh, Science Sprinters. They will seem to have more penalties, even jumping into the Wicked Wolves lane, which might have been it for them. But we'll have to see if it was enough. And was it enough? Will the Science Sprinters pull the upset and get the gold? No, they will not. There's a bit of a graphical error there, but the Science Sprinters will be happy to get a silver, while Wicked Wolves get their 4th medal in this first half of the season. Supersonic Speeders, they will take a bronze. And here's the final event results. Science Sprinters just a bit slower, but very good for them to get silver in this event. It will make them jump up only into 15th, but it will be above the Exotic Emeralds, who will fall to last. Wicked Wolves get 1 point behind Team Chroma, while Supersonic Speeders jump to 3rd. We'll see you next time for B-League Block Pushing.